Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome into the afternoon. Yeah! Where am I?
What have you guys been doing since I've been gone?
Can we start this whole show over?
Yeah.
Clay, run the intro again, please. Let's just...
Take two.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the St. Johns County show that's on in the morning. Oh, it's going to be a fun show today. We've got a St. Johns County Commissioner sitting in with us, Commissioner Krista Joseph, and we're going to talk about what's going on at the county. There's some exciting stuff. There's some stuff that people are confused about, so it's always good to have a commissioner in here to help us shed some light on what's going on in St. Johns County. Let's see, what else do we have possibly on the docket today? Your son put in show prep that we should talk about your trip to Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice. I'm sure it was a nice.
Thanks for making my life extremely public.
I want to talk about, at some point, maybe we do it today, maybe we don't, but I've got it in my notes to talk about this creepy King Charles portrait that everybody's talking about. Did you guys see this?
No.
It looks like the Vigo portrait from freaking Ghostbusters 2.
Oh, really? Really?
Oh, you got to look it up. I think it's King Charles. Look it up, Davey, real quick. It is super creepy, man. Yeah. I don't know why you would commission this to be done of yourself.
Okay.
Especially
do you see this?
Very ominous.
Do you see this?
Yes.
It's very like devilish.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
It's because of the red, maybe?
It's a lot of red.
Yeah.
A lot of red.
Yeah.
Very creepy, right?
Very strange.
Just the floating head. It's like Max Headroom.
Well, he's got the whole body, but you almost can't see it because he's dressed in red in the picture, and all the background is this. It just looks like they threw blood all over this picture.
Through the fire,
it's really,
King Charles.
really creepy.
Maybe he's still angry. He should have been king 20 years ago because his mom lived to be
Jeez, yeah, right?
197 years old or something.
Yeah, boy, she stayed around for a long time. All right, we've got a old school kingfish shootout.
Okay, but like, isn't this a good thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're allowed to shoot fish?
I didn't know that. In a barrel?
You know they're not shooting fish.
3 coins in a barrel.
Although if they were, that'd be pretty entertaining to watch. I'd watch that.
New Florida man.
You would watch that, yeah.
We might have to bring that to the Florida Man Games. You're right.
Shooting fish.
That would be great. And then Blake also has another portion about you. Your son is your biggest cheerleader, I will tell you.
Really, truly. Great PR. Great
It
PR.
is your interview with First Coast News.
Oh, goodness.
Again?
Yeah. Same story, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Same story.
Okay.
Well, we're going to talk about it, apparently.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get into all of it and more in just a couple minutes. But first, I will remind you of our great friends at Bozard Ford Lincoln.
There they are.
There we go. Since 1949, Bozard Ford Lincoln been more than just a dealership. They are a family-owned beacon of trust right here in St. Augustine. They're founded on the principles of honesty, integrity, and community service. The Bozard family tradition continues to thrive through the generations. Their state-of-the-art facility features 91 climate-controlled service bays and a quick lane for no appointment-needed maintenance. Plus, you can enjoy the comforts of their customer lounge, and I hear that 904 burger's pretty good out there at Ford's Garage.
World famous.
Pretty much world famous, yeah. They are the proud recipients of the Triple Crown Award and named Florida's Dealer of the Year by Dealer Rater. Their team is dedicated to providing an enjoyable, efficient experience. Bozard Ford Lincoln offers the best in pricing, selection, and service. Your satisfaction is their mission, and they are driven to inspire. Yeah. And, of course, the Florida Man Games, which is just catching fire again this year.
Look at
It's
all those
absolutely
people.
nuts.
Yeah.
VIP is sold out, folks. VIP is sold out.
Dude.
In just our first week of opening.
Like, sold out just for the early bird special?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Because I was
We'll
getting nervous
open
there.
up more a little bit down the road. But yeah, the ones we had allocated, which was a lot for the early bird special, are sold out.
How cool is that?
Yeah. We've only got 8 RV spaces left.
Okay.
So we're doing good, man. People are excited.
People are excited. Where are my glampers at?
Yeah, get in now. I had about 30 messages last night that said, I just wanted to check on the tickets I wanted, and they're gone.
Yeah.
So get in now while you can. Tickets are very, 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 very inexpensive right now. To the point where I'm afraid I'm going to lose money on this whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Also, sponsorship opportunities are opening up
That's
for some
right.
local businesses. So shout out there if you want your name in lights. We're getting 904 people. We get first dibs here before we open up the floodgates, baby.
It's going to be super popular. You definitely want to be out there in some form or fashion. It is your time to become a legend.
That's right.
The Florida Man Games. Go to thefloridamangames.com.
Well, if they're sponsors, they're already legend, but we're going to get their name out there.
Well, we're adding the airy, legendary on that.
Legendary.
baby.
There you go.
Yes.
I like that.
All right.
Add the dairy.
Add the dairy.
Not for the lactose.
That doesn't help me at all. Yeah. Yeah. You don't want me to add the dairy.
No,
No.
I said too close. Very good.
Yep. Also, big shout out to our friends at Fidus Roofing, Great Expectations Realty and Auction, Chiba Hut Toasted Sub, St. Augie's Pizza, BHF Insurance, Elace Med Spa, Griffin Services, and Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, as well as BNS Signs. Had Jay in yesterday. That was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Great guy.
Yeah.
Great guy. All right. At the table with us, back, Troy Blevins.
Hey.
Davey Hartzell.
Ooh.
We've got Commissioner Joseph.
Hey.
And Clay back there in the booth. How's everybody doing this morning?
Hey, happy Thursday.
All right, it's almost the weekend.
That's right.
It's weekend Eve.
We're
Wow.
there.
Wow. Slipped in that for like 3 years.
okay.
Wow.
Commissioner, how are you this morning?
Good.
Good.
So good.
Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us for a little while. We're you, me, and Davey.
Yeah.
We're
That's
matching
it.
here.
American.
I love it.
That's
yeah.
Yes.
That's
I'm
it.
very casual.
That's right.
I'm out of the rhythm.
Yeah,
You're
what
not.
happened
You're
here?
not.
What
You
happened
got
here?
the red marker
Yeah.
though.
That's
What are
right.
you, Cuba?
Well, we're red, white, and blue here. We're red, white, and blue here. We're very American this morning.
American.
I feel like the Sesame Street. Which one doesn't fit in?
Well, you're always that one,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
That is
You're
good,
always
yeah.
that one.
Right.
That's I live my life that way.
Strange fruit.
Clay, how you doing in the booth? Did I ask you that already? I don't think I did.
No,
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
Nice. Jipper.
Troy, what you got for question of the day, man?
All right, question of the day is, which one of your friends could possibly be a spy? Which one of your friends could possibly be a spy?
What kind of traits do spies have?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
I
That's something a spy would ask.
Okay.
literally am not going to mention this person's name because I legitimately believe this person is a CIA spy.
Okay, all right.
I used to work with this individual,
Okay.
and this individual went on a lot of foreign trips that I could not explain.
Oh.
Met with a lot of princes and things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just had stories that normal people don't have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The paranoid side of me thinks he was assigned to me.
Okay. Assigned directly to you.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
I think he
Oh,
was
wow.
my FBI agent.
Yeah. My person was not assigned to me, but that's a different level scary.
Yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting. I think they were trying to recruit me. And they realized I was not material. I was not their material. Not spy material. Nope. You get a couple drinks in me and everything's out there.
Everything just falls out.
I was going to say all of us talk way too much.
That's right. It's our job.
Out of the four of us, the only one who could be a spy is Clay.
Yeah.
That's right. Totally.
Yeah. Definitely. Clay? I'm going to say, because I can legally say it, because she went public on our show and said this, but I'm going to give Jenna Dennis definitely spy material. Wasn't she trained for FBI like back in the day?
that's right.
You're looking at me like, where are you going with this?
That's right.
But no, yeah, she did. She had a little stint in FBI education or something in the beginning of her career. So
I
yeah.
remember that in the interview.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my answer.
What do you think, Clay?
Yeah, I was thinking of Jenna, but I also have a friend who I shall not name.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. See.
every time we're hanging out or anything, we go off on tangents that are very deep, and I'm gonna leave it at that. But it he could just be setting me up.
All right. Be careful with that one.
Yeah.
Be careful with that one,
Put
but
the
keep him
phones
on
in
your
the
side.
Microwave,
Yeah, it's a fun one in the comments already. I tell you, mine is there's a person in my building. I'm convinced.
Okay.
100% convinced, but I'm not saying.
We're all scared to say the name
not
because
saying
we're
their
all
name.
that serious that we think
question
these
is
people are
this? It means
spies.
nothing.
Well, I just.
Yeah, right. We can't even give an answer.
I'm the only one who
this.
gave like a real answer here.
You really are. You really are. Well, because we really think we know
And it was
spies.
safe. It was a safe answer.
It was a safe answer.
It was a good answer.
It was 100% a safe answer. But yeah, there's somebody in our building that disappears and comes back, and then the people that come and visit, and I'm like,
Yeah.
looking out the window like,
Yeah.
okay.
They
The
look
Pink
a little
Panther?
out of place
Yeah.
here.
Dun-dun,
Yeah.
dun-dun.
So,
What about you, Commissioner? You have anybody in your life that you think might be a spy?
It's a very dangerous question.
It is a dangerous question for a
I have
commissioner.
too many.
Great
All
answer.
right. Well, David, you're the only one who's dying today. I mean, you named names.
Oh, jeez.
So you are in trouble.
Jenna, I love you. No. Go Hastings. I'll move there. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Whew. Okay. Horrible question of the day, Troy.
now that
Horrible question of the day.
sometimes you throw something out there and you're like, oh, okay, this is gonna be good, and it started off good, and it's like, oh wait, no, I'm not answering either.
Okay, show's over today, guys. We're all going into bunkers. Okay. Yeah, worst question of the day we've ever had. Thanks, Troy.
We're not here tomorrow.
It's now time for a quick check of the weather, Troy.
It's all right.
That quick check of the weather brought to you by Great Expectations Realty and Auction. They can spy on they can sell your home, your business, and everything in it. Check them out at geauction.com and gerealty.us. Yikes. I am convinced the person I know is a spy. Definitely am.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to be sitting next to you.
Yeah, right.
Now that we know he follows you around.
Right, yeah. Just going to get one sniper shot through the window here. And,
Wait a second.
Mike Davis.
Lean back a little bit.
Could be Mike Davis.
Could be
Mike
Mike
Davis
Davis.
could be a spy.
Could be.
Yeah, disguised as just your friendly, mundane guy.
Yeah.
And you know what? That
Captain
lady that
Khaki.
called him Mike Lewis may have called him by his secret government
Maybe that's
name.
his real, it's his spy
Yeah.
name. That's
Yeah.
right.
Definitely.
Okay.
We're on to you, Mike.
Captain Khaki.
Captain Khaki.
Mike was a much safer answer than the one
Oh,
we
yeah.
all gave.
Yeah.
Okay. We now go to Clay for our traffic report. Clay.
And that's right.
Oh, there we go. Time lapse this morning.
Time lapse.
Oh, another little blurry time lapse.
Yeah, I got the blur back.
I like the blur.
Yeah,
Kind of feels like a video game
Oh,
when you got the blur.
That was me.
Yeah, and I put like saturation on it.
Yeah,
beautiful.
very vibrant.
You know, just make the day look better. Why not?
So where are you right now? Are you getting
Got to go. over the
Okay,
Bridge
there
Alliance.
we are, Bridge Alliance. Okay,
Look at that building.
traffic.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a hotel soon, I hear from the news.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Zooming in today, nothing too bad.
Traffic looks good downtown. It's not horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Phil Troy on all of our shows.
I do have like a smudge in my windshield that's annoying me.
Yeah, I see that there.
Yeah.
Like a
Come
blemish.
on, Clay.
It's definitely a blemish.
Gotta get Nick out here.
Yeah, we really do got to get Nick out here. Where's Nick?
That is
Maybe?
a great idea. Yeah.
I asked Nick if he will detail my the Beast 2.0 coming up soon. It's going to need a
yeah.
cleaning.
All right,
Yeah.
Nick.
Nick is the guy.
Just line them up in the parking lot here.
All right. There we
Yeah.
go. Lots of cones.
Lots of cones.
The cones always make an appearance on the morning traffic drive, no matter which route you take these days.
right.
Yes.
Yeah. We need to get Bob's Barricade to be one of our sponsors. Huh?
Oh,
Let's do it.
Great
They got
idea.
the money. I see
Great
there
idea.
a lot of people buying their products.
Yeah. Or leasing their products. They get it back.
however it works.
It's probably been paid for 90 times over.
Right. What a business model. That's great.
business model.
That's great, man.
Wonder how Bob came up with it. He spells his name backwards too.
yeah.
That was welcome back to Troy's dad joke.
It's always nice.
I got to tell you, your trivia crowd was very excited not to have the same 12 dad jokes said to them
they love me.
on Thursday.
They love me. They reached out. They told me you did great.
Good.
Really?
And they miss me.
Good.
Well, I guess the they miss you part means I didn't do that great if they want you back.
No, they don't care about me doing trivia. They just wanted to be friendly. They know I need the insurance.
Okay, yeah. That brought to us by Lace Med Spa. There you go. Great place to fix your face, to save your face.
That's right.
At a Lace. If you're looking for a relaxing and rejuvenating experience, look no further than Elace Med Spa, formerly Amara Med Spa. At Elace, they specialize in providing their clients with a wide range of luxurious spa treatments and advanced medical aesthetic procedures. Whether you are looking to unwind with a hydrofacial or enhance your natural beauty with things like Botox, dermal fillers, or laser treatments, or any of that
Great stuff.
Yeah, man.
Aesthetics.
Yeah. They can help you out. Body contouring. You need hair gone. You need hair back. They can help you either way.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Elace. Go to elace.com.
Beauty on your terms.
It is. Yes, sir. All right. Commissioner Joseph, officially welcome into the show this morning. Thank you for being here, and thank you for not revealing your spy, because we could all be in. It sounds like you got a lot of them.
Yeah.
So what is you're kind of a newcomer to the St. Johns County Commission. I kind of look at you as the outsider of the group.
I was never a professional politician. I was a mom.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And
By the
an
way,
an author too.
Oh, really?
I
What
love
was
this.
the book?
Charlie, Don't Be a Hero, after my son, Navy SEAL Charles Keating IV, who was killed in Iraq.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And I have another Navy SEAL son who made it home safe, so that's
Tough
good.
family, yes.
Mean mom.
Okay.
Mean mom. Is that what it is? They were all like, we would rather be in the military.
Mean mommy, I like it. Oh, that's awesome.
With mom.
They sailed through SEAL training like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
right?
well,
Oh, yeah, they did actually.
like you don't know my mom.
Yeah, Charlie was one and done, so he never, he kept going forward. First time, the best time. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mean like Joan Crawford mean? Like, are we going mommy dearest
Depends
here?
on
You know
my
you're
mood.
trapped in this movie.
Yeah.
Depends on the spy watch.
Did you have Did you have wire hangers in that house?
Well, I got to say, I'm sorry and thank you to your son for his service and sacrifice for our country.
Yeah.
So I guess I would have to ask next, what does Memorial Day, what does Memorial Day mean for you these days?
I mean, I know everyone celebrates it, has a time out and has a picnic, whatnot. I think it's great, and that's what he died for, is so that we can enjoy that and not be waiting for someone to take a shot, somewhere in wherever there's conflict. But no, I remember him. I have him on my wall.
Yeah.
I fist pound him every morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just don't forget him. Everyone says, "Oh, you'll get over it." No, you think about him every day.
Absolutely. And you see signs and you revel in that moment, and that's what you got to do.
You want to hear one of my signs?
Let me hear.
Okay, so I'll have a tough day, and I'll get in the car, and his song is "Wagon Wheel,"
Okay.
and it's the old version as well as Darius Rucker. But if you hear it, you can think of Charlie, because why that is significant is during the grinder, where they'd have to do in SEAL training, BUDS training, they'd have to do this thing called the grinder. It's this big cement slab, and they'd have to do push-ups over and over again. They have to, be wet and sandy, and they'd play the song over and over and over again, just to drive them crazy, for mental, whatever. So it became kind of a funny joke to him. So after he was a SEAL, he'd be at someone's wedding, and he'd pay the guy to play the song over and over again.
Really?
And
Over and over again on a
the
loop.
bride would not be happy.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that.
So every time I hear it, I laugh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
I just got chills
And I know he's
there on
kind
that.
of
Yeah.
listening, being here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, in Nashville, Wagon Wheel is like. Have you been to Nashville?
No,
They
but
play-
the
they
one
play-
band.
Yeah, they play Wagon Wheel almost at every single, and there's like 3 bands at every bar.
Yeah.
And all of them have a version of
Yeah.
Wagon Wheel.
It's awesome.
It's one of those Ring of Fire and Wagon Wheel. You can't walk more than 3 bars without hearing one.
Well,
of
I better
those 2
go there
songs.
now.
Oh, see,
Yeah,
it's a great place to visit.
It's your next vacation. It is a great place to visit.
It's a great place
Don't
to
stay
visit.
there too long.
Yeah.
It's not
No,
great
no,
to stay
yeah.
there too long. Yeah. So what got you into politics? Why did you feel like you wanted to run for county
That's-
commission in the first place?
That's an awesome question. So I was between the kids leaving the home, and I still have a senior right now in high school. But I was playing tennis on the women's tennis league, terrible C team. I drove to Julington Creek from Ponte Vedra to play a game, which I lost. And I went over the racetrack road, and everything was gone. There was not a tree. It was like from where I'm from, Arizona. Everything was cleared and gone.
Yeah.
And I went, what is going on? And when I started looking into that, people started saying, you should do something about it. They need a new voice. And I said, what the heck? March 17th, Irish St. Patrick's Day, I said, okay, I'm signing up. My husband was all in.
Cool.
My daughter was all in. I mean, they were so fun. And it was only, March to August. That was it. But I gave it 100%, 150% like my son would. We were everywhere. In the morning, I'd wake up and my husband wouldn't be there. And I'd get a phone call. Oh, your husband's on Racetrack Road holding your signs.
That's awesome.
And I'll be like,
That's huge.
what? So just everybody, and it was a groundswell. People are upset.
Yeah.
And so I'm here.
That's awesome. That's a great journey.
I'm their voice.
Well, you mentioned kind of the trees, and I think that's fitting recently. And I got to tell you, I was not as knowledgeable on this. There were a few folks in comments when we had Commissioner Whitehurst here last time asking about why they rejected the tree ordinance. And honestly, I hadn't heard anything about this before, so I wasn't knowledgeable enough to ask him about this.
Yeah.
But this was your proposal, correct?
Yes.
So why did you put this forward? And give us some details on this, because again,
Well,
I'm not as educated as I could be on this.
It's the number one thing I heard every single day of my campaign. I can't stand the clear cutting.
Yeah.
So I actually went and met with some home builders to get their perspective. And of course, it costs money if you don't clear cut. I mean,
Okay.
they want to go in, they want to build the homes, not have to go around trees and whatnot.
Sure.
You know, like Marsh Landing is great the way they put the homes in the trees. It's really cool.
Yeah.
But it costs money.
Yeah.
So the price of the home goes up. You know, if you can't clear cut. I met with both sides, the environmental side, which was a Jen Lombach, who's like a river keeper, and I met with it.
Tanz's river
You know,
keeper, yeah.
I try to get in the middle ground, which is what my proposal was. So instead of, if you're going to clear cut, you have to keep a bigger buffer. Like, you know, still look like St. Johns County, have a whole bunch of trees, and then build your site inside that buffer.
Yeah.
I mean, why just clear it all the way to the road and just plant these fake little trees that have nothing to do with our county? You know, have you seen the little teeny pine trees?
It's happening in my neighborhood,
Right.
so you're preaching to the choir over here. So I
So
see it.
that, and then I found out too, is when you cut down a big tree, they only pay $25 to replace it. That needs to go up to price. Like if you go and cut your tree down and you go to the nursery,
Right.
that tree's $700.
Absolutely.
Right.
So we need to bring that up to the right. So the developer needs to pay. They don't want me to do that because that costs them more money.
Well, of course.
But you know what? I'd like to see a combination of developers getting along and saying, yeah, you know, we want to be part of the St. Johns County. We're here so that you like us and we like you, and let's work together. And that's what my proposal was, working together.
Are there like a specific contractors you guys want to work with? Like, is there like a list of things, like checklist of yes, they can work here?
And that's cool because I had a checklist of things that, you know, would be approved. You know, I approved a apartment complex off of US 1 because they set it way back. The developer is a very good guy. He's been around forever. He put a huge buffer all the way around it. He's having a high quality, you know, way to enter and all this. And, you know, those things make sense. And if a developer wants to do those things, I'll approve those things. I'm not against growth, but I'm against ruining our county.
Yeah.
And not being in St. Johns County and being in Arizona all of a sudden.
Yeah, totally.
It's not, and then think of all the other things.
We have Spanish
the water,
moss, what up, tumbleweeds, right?
Yeah, but the water needs somewhere to absorb. We've got animals in all these locations. You know, when they do clear cut, you see the deers running across the road with their fawns, and I mean, it's like, really?
Yeah.
I mean, can't we work together?
Is there a balance? Yeah.
There has to be a balance, right?
So this
Failed.
was shot down. This
Big time.
failed.
Oh,
Why? What was the reason that was cited for this?
Because the developers have to pay more.
Oh.
I mean,
and can you tell me the difference between the old tree ordinance and the one you proposed? I'm sorry, I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar with the new one.
Well, it's $25 if you take down a tree that's over 30 inches or 40 inches. You know, a tree that's...
And just for our audience, because people don't really understand, we have what's called a tree bank fund. Okay.
Right.
So the developer has to pay if they cut down and they can't meet the criteria. They can pay into the tree bank fund, and that fund is to help with the county doing stuff like preservation and some of those things. But it sounds like you were trying to beef up what the tree bank fund was and limit some of the other things. But I just didn't know. I'm sorry, I didn't know the difference.
No, but you're exactly
between the
right.
two.
The tree bank fund's great, and you can pull trees from that, and you can also use it as impact, you know, fees or whatnot. But it doesn't matter because people don't want to see it. They don't want to see their county destroyed and becoming just houses without anything around them. I mean, I don't know if you've gone up to Bartram's area, the Bartram northwest part of the county. The houses are next to each other like this, and there's nothing between them. There's not a tree in the front. You're paying a lot of money, and you don't have any landscaping.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I also, when I was speaking to the home builder, he said, you know, we want to go back to having street trees, but there's a huge, you know, the utilities and everything want your front yard. You know, we need to go back to being able to put a tree in the front yard. Mm-hmm. And then, like in World Golf Village, if you go in there, there's beautiful lined streets. You know, they have trees in their front yard. I mean, why are we losing that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that aesthetic. Yeah.
So is this something that can be brought back?
Absolutely,
If
and
you
I
bring
will.
this back,
Yeah.
would you change it at all to try and make it more palatable and
Actually,
get it passed, or how would that work?
You know, I there is part of it that I would probably take back the first couple of ones out of the 14 points. I do think I think that was too much, but basically the amount of buffers, the amount of the way it looks in our county, keeping it natural, not just plowing them and then replanting.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
by the time they grow to be the size that they were, I mean, it's ridiculous. It's too late.
It's 30 years down the road.
Yeah.
And again, you mentioned you can't buy a tree for $25.
No, and
so-
one of the other developers I talked to said, trees sell homes. So there's got to be a way for them to get there.
Yeah. And we've
that
obviously
makes
got to
sense,
find a balance. I mean,
There you
look,
go. Yeah.
a lot of people say we should stay stuck in the past and never grow, and you just can't do that. You have to evolve. But I think to your
Ooh,
point,
that's
we
a
have
good
to
word.
do this responsibly. We have to do this in a way that fits St. John's
But
County.
it's good for our water system too, because that's what absorbs the water and keeps from flooding.
Yeah.
So, instead of just paving over everything, where does that water go?
Right.
I
and
mean-
some of these trees are huge. So they
Huge.
took
It's so
you've been there
sad.
for years.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's
Years,
a big,
yeah.
a big thing with the flooding. Yeah.
And how do we strike that balance? Because you talked about, the cost to developers, and we talk about it all the time. Developers pass those costs along to the purchaser of the
Right,
home. If
right.
when they're building roads, all that goes into the price of the house that you are buying in that neighborhood in some way, in some shape or form. So how do we balance that with, having developers pay kind of their fair share, if you will,
Right.
but also making it so that people can still live here. We've got St. John's County, so much of it, as you know, is based off of our hospitality economy, our hospitality workers. And so many people that I know that I'm friends with are saying, we just can't afford to live here anymore. And if that trend continues, what are we going to be doing? What is there to do in St. John's County? So I guess back to my original point, how do we balance that? How do we balance developer costs with not inflating home prices and things like that to an outrageous
Well,
level?
I mean, doesn't it sound logical to you to leave a giant buffer and go in and then clear cut the inside? I mean, what's the difference between cutting it now or replanting it later? I mean, they're replanting it with cheap trees.
Yeah.
You have these giant trees that are already there, and there's new systems now where you lay down. It's called a geo square. This square thing that continues to keep those trees there without them being destroyed by when they add dirt. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, so
There's
it's a geomatting, and what it
That's it,
does,
yeah.
it allows.
We've
it to-
actually used it in the county.
Yeah,
Oh.
it allows it to be pervious around it,
Yes.
and it protects the roots around it when you weigh them down.
Nice.
So it kind of keeps the pressure off of the tree.
Is it expensive?
It's expensive, and that's another thing. That
Actually, it's not. It's coming down in price, but the county has used it on a couple of our properties, and the trees are all still there. It's great.
no, it's wonderful
because
for
again,
preserving.
trees add value also to your property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and the thing is, and you asked the question from the developer side. I'll talk from that side a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a lot of the people that we work with. It's the immediate cost of where you got to get your money back out to. And the easiest thing is to knock over all the trees. One of the things I really pushed for when I was in Parks and Recreation was preservation. Because, there's owner's rights and stuff like that. I would love to see a component. I don't know if it's in your new tree. And I apologize.
No, but
I haven't read it.
I'm open for any suggestions, honestly.
I would love to see a preservation portion where when they come in, they know, okay, I'm going to have to preserve this amount, and that way the developers know up front. Because a lot of times you get in there and all of a sudden you get hit with, you go to your development review committee, which is your DRC, you get in there and then they hit you with like 20 different things and you're just like, oh, and it's just piling on top of it. You're trying to do the right thing and keep your product low and affordable, but every time that gets added on, you still have people you have to answer to too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a tough balance. But I mean, the one thing when Nocatee was coming through, when it
There you
first
go.
came through, I fought for those 2,000 acres of
and it's the
preservation.
best, one of the best developed
And
developments.
that preservation was the only thing I could really find from my spot as being something we could save. And if there's a preservation
I agree.
component in there, if we
Yes.
can put
Yeah,
that in
I'm
there,
gonna do that, yeah.
I think that would really get a little more backing behind it. So,
Well, I'm also hoping if there's a new board in November, maybe they'll reconsider it.
Yeah.
So what happens here if you lose? I'm a neophyte when it comes to this. So you lose this bill, right, or whatever, and then are you able to talk to them and say like, where's
No,
the
we
compromise?
can't. There's
Is that
a
like a
terrible
rule?
sunshine violation.
Oh,
You
is that
can't-
okay?
We can't talk to each other unless we're on the dais.
Gosh.
So
Right.
it's already been
I
a
just
no.
love to know what their hard no is, and like where do you find compromise in those no's to turn it into a yes?
Well, I mean, some are supported by developers.
Yeah.
Would-
Okay.
When they run again or whatever. I mean, I don't know.
Oh wow.
I mean, I'm not a political
Right.
beast.
And me either. So I don't know
just
either.
live here. I want to see it. I don't want to not see growth, but I want to see it kept with the same quality of life that we've had. And your preservation part. Nocatee, perfect example. They have a landing for your kayaks, and you go through a bunch of woods to get there.
Right,
They
yeah.
have trails. Why not?
Why not? Yeah.
I mean, you're here,
Because
and
it's expensive, is what you're saying.
right. But how about? I mean, how much money do you have to make? I mean, can you please the like the resale value in Nocatee? Great. I mean, those developers. The Davis family should be proud what they did there. Honestly.
So I like the willingness to be open-minded and have
Right.
a conversation. Like you said, we just talked about the preservation, and like that's a great idea. Maybe I put it in the
It
next
will be.
one. Yeah.
It will be.
So what do you think the relationship between the public and commissioners could be? Because I will say, and I'm not singling out the county commission on this, I think people feel this way about all of the commissions in St. Johns County, to where a lot of the times we feel like we're talking at the commission, we're getting no back and forth, and we don't even know if they're paying attention to us or if they're sleeping or playing on their
Yeah.
phones. We can't
Yeah.
even tell. So should there be more dialogue between commissioners and the public, and what should that look
Well,
like? How can we do that?
I mean, that's a great point, and there should be more dialogue between the commissioners. But again, we're so, the Florida Sunshine thing was set up for a certain reason, and I think it's just failed miserably. I think you should be able to talk to each other. Things would go better.
Well,
I
that's
think.
what a community is about.
Right.
We-
But I have my phone number. Anytime someone calls, I usually call you back. If you want to come to our meetings at 11:30 sharp at our meetings, and they're every 2 weeks, you can say whatever you want. 3 minutes. You can talk about your child's art contest, or you can talk about the neighbor down the streets, flooding issues, or whatever.
I used to do them for the school district, and I would listen to the school board meetings. So I can. There are some people that get up there and do talk about nonsense.
Yeah.
And then there's some that are
That's
there
their-
with,
that's your right.
That's their right.
Yeah, which is great.
Absolutely.
And I think most of our commissioners, if you see them on the sidewalk or out, they'll talk to you. I mean, they're pretty open.
Yeah.
I do know that everyone looks at their emails. So if you
Okay.
do email us and you don't get a response, just know we got it.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
they stay on top of it. And I have to say, I'm going through these budget hearings with our different,
Right.
they're called staff, but I call them our team. And it's amazing how much they love the county, and they're working as hard as they can for the county. And they're trying really to do their best. And sometimes you may think they aren't because they get into a fight over a code or something, but they're really trying to follow the rules. But especially the utility department and the road and bridge and the public works department. If you, it's not because of me, but someone called regarding a pothole. That pothole was filled 2 days later. They're very responsive. They have a website where you can take a picture of something, and then you'll see it done
Yeah.
a week later. I mean, they do listen, and really we are kind of like a small town county.
Yeah.
We're all accessible. Just call us. And I know some people are afraid of calling, but I'll call you back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call me anytime.
There it is.
Great.
Reach
That's
out
great.
and touch. Yeah.
No, that's good. I know something you're really excited about is the improvements going on with the Ponte Vedra Concert Hall.
Yay!
This is going to be huge. Obviously, this is your area up
Yes,
there around
yes.
Ponte Vedra. Are you a big fan of how it was before, and are you looking forward to what we got going on coming up?
The funny thing is, I drive by it and wonder what it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
so-
Troy, you did a bad job with that venue. See?
I'm horrible at my job.
So I'm caught up in my life too.
Right,
So
right.
how much time do you have to go out at night? I
Were
go
there
to
a
bed
lot of
early.
trees?
Yes, actually, we're trying to save a few of them right now as
Okay.
we're remodeling it. Yes.
Okay, great.
Actually, Jerry Wilson just emailed me yesterday going, really, we didn't do the one tree. I'm like, okay. We didn't cut down that tree.
That's great.
No, what's exciting though is we're taking it from maybe just a set up the chairs and listen to a musician to an actual high quality music experience. Awesome. We're putting in some chairs that are there all the time, a balcony, and now we can have acts that really want to come here. And normally they don't want to because it's too small, it doesn't hold enough people. We're having a bigger stage. So I'm from, I went to Aspen a lot, and the Aspen Music Festival. This area reminds me of the same area. The Ponte Vedra Beach area is sort of the same feeling of that area. And I could see us in the low times, even in the summer, having a festival. I know it's hot, but something like that could draw a lot of families in times where it's slow. I mean, I can see the future is just being something incredible happening there. And I'm from Crystal River before I was from Arizona, but Crystal River had this, we called it Cracker Canyon, and all the new acts would go there. And I saw the first country acts that are now the stars at this canyon.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm thinking, that this kind of a Ponte Vedra concert
it's like
hall.
a rite of passage. It could be like, we could find the next Adele or something.
And the way the AMP runs their whole music scene, which you probably know, is they really cater to the musician, and they really look forward to playing with us. And, one of the reasons, I'll tell you the secret, is a washer and dryer.
Really?
And a shower.
We've had them the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Because they don't have anywhere to take a break in their tour.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden you have these things that
These
you really
amenities,
need.
yeah,
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I will say I see a lot of performers, both at the concert hall and at the amphitheater, that will be posting on their Twitters or Instagrams or whatever the next day. Unbelievable staff
Yes.
at the St. Augustine
That's
Amphitheater.
great.
They went above and beyond. One of my I will be back. One of my favorite places I've ever done a show.
And they
Yeah.
keep it quiet. They keep the lighting outside of it dark so that you have a beautiful experience. And that we're going to do the same thing with the concert hall. I think I'm really excited.
Good.
And
That's
the
great.
concert hall, and I don't know if you guys know the history of the concert hall. It came about during the recession, like when we really got hit hard.
Yeah.
We purchased that park, and then that was going to be a community center. And we had regional community centers set up in different parts of the county. All right. When it fell apart and the budget department came to me, and Jesse's still there, so sorry, Jesse, if I'm busting on you a little bit. Love you. He does an amazing job, but it had to be done. So,
He's not a spy, right?
He's not a spy.
No, he's an awesome guy. Awesome guy.
Jesse's great.
Yeah.
Jesse's the reason our
He really watches the numbers.
Him and Doug are the reason our county's in such good financial shape. But they came to me and said, we got to take your community centers. And I was like, okay, give me a little bit in each area so we don't get killed in each of these areas. And one of my solutions was turning the old church into the Ponte Vedra Concert Hall. And I understand the balconies are going in, which was in my original drawings.
Finally.
Because I had balconies, and then I had the upper stage. Because a lot of people don't realize outside the concert hall, it was an old school on the second level.
No, I didn't.
So it was a school part on the second level of that church, and there's all that space up there. So I'm so happy that it's one of the things that I was like Troy Trail. Everything comes back.
Troy Trail.
Yeah, everything comes back. But it was like Gabe was talking to me about it, and he's like, I found your old drawings too. And I was like,
Wow. You got to get those. You got to get a copy of those and frame them, man. Come on.
But I mean, I'm so happy Gabe continued, because Gabe was with us when we first did that transition. I think it was in 2000.
Well, and he's born and raised here. I mean, he knows the history of the county.
He's been with me since he was like 8 years old.
Yeah. This county's named after his family.
Yeah.
I mean, geez, he is the history of this county. Yeah.
Just no apostrophe.
And the right guy for that job, without a doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect fit. So, Commissioner Joseph, is there anything else coming up that you are excited about? Anything you want to talk about that should be on our radar?
Well, I'm excited about the new parks coming. Within 2 years, which is crazy. We have a great Parks and Rec department. Some people may have issues with whatever, but overall, it's just really a well-run department. But I'm a track runner. And we need a track that you can get on, and that's not locked. I wish the schools would allow us on the weekends to get on their property, which is one of my things. But no, I'm excited because there's going to be a track. There's going to be a much more amount of fields for lacrosse and soccer. Of course, baseball, softball for girls, lighting in the right places where it's not going to be, hitting the houses. I'm just excited because it's well planned, and we're actually using a planner that plans parks.
Yeah.
And actually, Cornerstone Park in Ponte Vedra has this great slide and kids area. So if you are in the area, the slide's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
shocked you said nothing about pickleball because that is like
Okay.
huge.
Okay. Here we go.
Right, it's the
Here
big
we
thing
go.
Here we
now,
go.
pickleball.
Yes, we are adding pickleball courts all over.
Okay.
And we are keeping tennis. I do like tennis too.
Yeah, me
Okay.
too. I'm more of
Yeah.
a tennis like
Me
yeah.
too.
I like that
Yeah.
slow,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a
Right.
ping pong slash tennis. Yeah.
Right. It's such a hybrid of that.
But
yeah.
you know what's fun is that when my family comes into town, they can do, like at the yards, they have all those pickleball courts. We can go over there, and even people who've never played before, you can actually have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the good thing about
That's
pickleball.
good. Yeah.
Cool.
Unless you go up against a pickleball person who's.
It's like intense.
Really
right?
take it, because there are some that really take it. The
Then
high
you're like,
socks and
yeah.
the head bandanas and all that
and,
stuff.
and you know who those are because they know how to do the score.
Yeah.
Keeping score in pickleball.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
5-1, 2-2.
it's quantum physics to me.
You're like, what?
I was like, who came up with
Yeah.
this? Oh, it was
Why
the guy
can't-
who named the sport after his dog. That's who
Right.
came up with it.
Yeah. And what, were they on Shark Tank too?
Yeah.
I mean,
Why can't we just be straightforward with the scoring?
1
and in
to
tennis
2.
too.
Yeah.
Why can't we just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Yeah,
I don't
right.
get it.
I
I
I
don't get
saw
it.
this lady bring all her friends over to show them how to play pickleball, and
Yeah.
they had never played before, and she started with the scoring immediately.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
don't
And
See,
I'm
that's
like,
going to turn
really?
everybody off
Oh, they
immediately.
did. They were
Yeah.
like, "Oh, this
Yeah,
isn't
let's not do this.
fun."
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll play, but someone else has to keep score.
That's it, right? Yeah, there needs to be an app to keep scoring pickleball, right?
And you don't know; they're probably cheating, and you have no
You
idea.
don't know.
I felt like I was winning.
Yeah. Like,
You don't even know.
Well, if we were in France, you would be the winner.
there you go. Yeah, right. That's like playing with my son. He won every game. Monopoly, sorry, and
Yeah.
I'll
Always.
keep score.
it's cheating, man.
Well, Commissioner Joseph, thank you very much for coming
Oh,
by
you're
and
welcome.
talking
Yeah,
to
what a
us this
great
morning. It was a
guest.
great conversation.
Yeah.
And we appreciate it. Please let us know.
Well,
if,
you know what? I appreciate what you guys do for the community.
Thank you.
A local news, fun
Yeah.
show
Yeah.
Absolutely.
with good questions.
Yeah. We're a little ditzy, but that's what makes us
We
great.
try.
Yeah.
We try. Well, speak for yourself, Davey.
Absolutely. That's my brand,
on.
bro. It's who I am.
Ditzy wing.
Yes, I make ditzy look fabulous.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're
we
welcome.
appreciate
And
your
hopefully
time.
what stays in, what you did in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Something tells me it's
It never
I
does.
did. I did that. My money stayed in Vegas.
You're lucky you get to leave before we really get into the weird stuff of Troy's Vegas trip.
Oh, so
Oh
good.
boy! All right, great conversation.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really like the what I heard about the trees, and I hope this gets tweaked a little bit, and that commissioners reconsider this because it sounds really good, and
I'm
it
glad to
seems
have the
like a lot of people are behind this.
Yeah, it's a great conversation.
A lot of people in our comments were asking about it last time. And why did that get overturned? And so, good stuff. All right. Let's see. Before we get to Troy's Vegas trip, which is about all we'll have time for for the rest of the day. Troy's excited about this.
Oh, yeah. Getting ready.
Hasn't been able to talk about himself in a public forum in a long time.
Right.
It's been days.
We got to give you the Gas Buddy gas report. Let us know in the comments where you are seeing good prices for gas. Tim, I think Tim's around here somewhere. So if he's
he did it
around here
somewhere.
somewhere, just
Yes.
yell.
Damn.
Gas Buddy gas report. Let's see. Looks like at the top of our list when my page loads here today. Well, it's taking a long time.
Hamster has to get on the wheel.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a slow hamster too.
It's everything's being affected by it.
Yeah.
Something's weird, yeah.
I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I just actually got an error
Got me clipped.
trying to show up there. So we're going to say the gas is expensive. There's your gas report. Yeah.
We have Wawa at $3.49 and Costco
Okay.
at $3.24.
Very good. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Tim.
That gas report brought to you by Chris Lucero Bail Bonds. If you go to jail for any reason, Chris Lucero can get you out. He's available 24/7 to provide fast and reliable bail services. Give him a call, 904-822-BAIL, 904-822-2245. We also got some live music happening. I got this. This is good. Jim Lamb at the Milltop Tavern at noon. Smoke and Joe Shower at the Backyard Island Cafe at Meehan's at 1. Alexis Paramus at Pierre's Pub at 1 o'clock. Vinny Jacobs at the Cellar upstairs at 1. Chubby McGee. Chubbs. The Conch House at 5. Evan D. It's a good thing they didn't combine their names. Chubby Never mind. Guy Harvey Resort at 5.
You tried.
I did try. I tried. Trevor Compton at the St. Augustine Shores Golf Club at 5 o'clock. Dewey Vaya at the Cimarron Golf Club at 5:30. Rob Peck and Alex Richmond at Fusion 904 Eatery at 5:30. Bob Patterson at O.C. White's at 5:30. Fawn Kaiser.
Oh,
He's spelling his name different now.
interesting.
Yeah. Oasis at 5:30. Dion and Collins. Barillos at 6. The Ramona Duo Prohibition Kitchen at 6. Bo Johnson. Sounds like he plays the fiddle.
Yeah, or basketball.
Yeah, either one. Maybe he's a fiddle and basketball player.
Maybe.
A Cafe 11 at 8 o'clock. And Cholula at the bar with no name, 10 o'clock. Of course, Griffin Service brings us that, where your home's comfort is their top priority. They specialize in AC, plumbing, and electrical services, plus unique offerings like standby generators, water softeners, and gas work. There, you will experience fast, friendly, and affordable service 7 days a week. Give them a call, 904-500-2653, or visit griffinservice.com and see the Grifference. Also, our friends at Fidus Roofing, who support a lot of local charities that support kids in our area. And they're just great people down there at Fidus Roofing. Great members of our community, and they want to do right by you. They really do. They're not a company who's like, we just want to get as much money as we possibly can. No! They want to do right by their friends and their neighbors. James and his entire staff lives right here in St. Johns County. So if they were doing bad business, they'd have to live with it. Mm-hmm. No, they are great people. They support so many great causes here in St. Johns County. They go above and beyond for our community, and they go above and beyond for you. They want to make sure you've got a great product when they show up to your house and do work. 904-355-ROOF.
They do pavers.
And gutters. There it is. Yeah. Although Davey did a very good Troy. Davey got a lot of compliments on his Troy impression for the
I
gutters.
worked really hard on it. Thank you. Shower. Yeah. Very guttural.
Troy, how's Vegas, man? What'd you do out there? How'd you spend your time?
Oh, we had a great time, and it was a lot of fun. It was hot.
Was it?
Whew.
Yeah.
It was hot. We stay at the Venetian, and it's a beautiful, beautiful resort. And paid a little extra to get a little higher to see the strip and all that stuff.
You should.
Yeah.
You don't
pay a little extra, get a little higher too.
and it's recreational there.
It is.
I know.
Yeah.
Boy, do I know. That's the only thing I did when I was there for work.
Yeah, we saw a great Cirque show. We saw the Michael Jackson Cirque show.
Yeah.
Which was amazing. But the problem was where the Cirque show was is in Mandalay Bay.
Oh, okay.
That same night, which was Mandalay Bay's near the stadium and the T-Mobile Center where the hockey team is. In the stadium, Rolling Stones were playing there.
Oh, really?
Wow.
In the arena, Justin Timberlake was playing
Oh,
there.
jeez.
Who?
We're right there between
shut up.
the two. Hush your pie hole. Angry.
I know. What you want?
Jeez.
And
it's May.
they all let out at the same time. Oh
no.
there was
terrible.
a little bit of chaos there. A little bit
man.
of chaos.
Dude, did you see the sphere?
Oh yeah,
Is it really
we're
cool?
right
You can't
there.
miss the sphere, right?
The sphere is like our hotel's here, and it's directly behind our hotel.
Oh, you didn't get to go in or anything?
No, we didn't. There was no event that was
I gotta
sphere
go
worthy.
someday. That's on my bucket list.
Lenny's going in 2 weeks to do the Grateful Dead, like
Oh, cool. He's a deadhead.
yeah, the Grateful Dead group, and I'm sure that's going to be amazing. But the sphere is so amazing, like just from the outside.
Cool.
I think Rebecca posted some pictures of the sphere.
Oh, awesome. I'll have to check.
So, but it kind of rotates through, and it's just like, how the hell do they do that? And it's-
Right.
in Vegas, that happens a lot. You have that moment, like,
Wow.
I mean, you catch yourself just looking at the building, like, what did they do? And obviously, doing what I do, I'm always trying to pick up little ideas and stuff like that. So.
What about Old Vegas? Did you go down there or did you stay on the strip?
that's actually my favorite.
Me too,
Favorite place.
right? Yeah.
I love Fremont.
Yeah.
It's a little. You got to take a tetanus shot after you leave.
Kinda.
Okay. Yeah.
You work close, don't you? Yeah.
And they have at Fremont. If you haven't been to Fremont Street, they have little circles that their street vendors have to stand in. They pay for a permit to be there. And one of them was like this 5 foot tall Chucky. And he was
Like a Chucky
super
doll?
creepy.
Was
man.
it?
but he was in he was getting a lot of people taking pictures with him, so he's making money.
Okay.
just like
There
with
you
this
go.
little knife, and
He's got to pay for that permit.
Okay.
yeah,
That permit's probably not cheap.
yeah.
Gotta
So,
find some way to make money
they
out
still
there.
do like the bungee flying or whatever.
yeah,
okay.
they do the zip line.
Yeah, zip
So
line.
they have
Yeah.
the zip line there, and then they have the zip line at the link on the main strip.
Right.
So, but every time you go, you see something different in Vegas.
Yeah.
So we had a good time, and all of us, play similar games and stuff like that. So it works out.
Good.
Okay. Did you lose a lot of money?
No,
Okay,
I didn't
good.
lose a lot of money, but you always
But it was a
lose,
net loss.
You always lose money, and people
Yeah.
that say they won money, no, you probably lost money because you left work and you weren't working, and then so you lost money.
Yeah, net loss. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you go to Caesars or any other casino?
Oh, we went through several.
Did you see Lisa Vanderpump?
I did not. She called, but
Busting to
Oh.
me.
yeah.
Okay. Well, Troy just lied again. but
Yeah,
it's okay.
that's what I do. That's what happens.
I found him.
All right,
Yeah.
there you go.
Hello,
I don't even know
Troy.
who she is.
Oh my
Me
gosh,
neither.
Vanderpump Rules. Jeez, Lisa Vanderpump. They're like legends in the restaurant community.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope, nothing.
Wow.
Got nothing under it.
Wow, pop culture is really on the low.
It's not in my it's not in my high
It's not in
priority.
your wheelhouse.
Well, glad you're back.
Yeah.
Great to have you back on the show, man. You were missed by a few people.
By two.
Yeah, a couple people.
Yeah.
How do you want to go after the comments today, man?
I am gonna, according to Bobby, I'm gonna thoroughly trash through the
Ooh.
thoughts of our followers.
Whoa. Was it trash or thrash?
I thought it said trash, but it might be thrash.
Thrash makes more sense.
Iresis.
Huh?
Iresis.
Okay. All right. Let's stop. Clyde. Let's stop. I made fun of
What just
your
happened?
I made fun of your audience at one point for being dumb. And the very next thing I did, this happens every time I make fun of an audience for being dumb. Very next thing I did was pronounce irises because it had to do with an art project, and I was like, "Oh, this is
Van Gogh.
artistic.
What's
This might
Van
be.
Gogh's famous
This must be
painting?
fancy. What is this? This must be pronounced fancily."
So you immediately
Immediately proved
I'm a part
myself
of
to be
your
dumb.
group. Yeah, I'm a part of your group.
Yeah. Irises. Thanks, Clay. Bateswood and Floyd is not dumb. They're not your average insurance agency. They provide peace of mind and insurance to protect your biggest investments. I need them to
artwork.
insure my brain. Yeah, artwork. Their approach to insurance and risk longevity in our community and the way they treat their clients sets them apart from all the rest. They do homeowners, they do auto, they do commercial, they do benefits, and they've been doing it for over 50 years. Give them a call, 904-794-5455, and make yourself an appointment. Also, our great friends at B&S Signs. We just talked to Jay yesterday. They're doing so many cool things, man. And they really, again, another family-owned business, 3 generations of family-owned business since 1967. They have been your go-to sign company in St. Augustine. He mentioned they did almost all of our sponsors' signs. I mean, Beaux-Arts, they did Fidus. They did so many of the best signs you see around St. Johns County. If you own a business, this is not an area to skimp in. You want people to know that you are doing good business and that you're legit. You don't want them to drive by and see, "Ew, that looks like it's a scam." And they'll think that if you have a bad sign. So get with our friends at B&S Signs. They legitimately are the best. They've got the best services, the best equipment. They're amazing. They take it very, very seriously.
So cool to talk
Yeah.
to him yesterday. That was awesome.
Troy, what you got?
All right. So no more spy questions.
No, never.
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 Not
Please.
happening.
Half of us are dead after
Yeah.
today.
I-
I mean, really, we are.
I'm gonna miss you guys. Thanks for the welcome back in the comments. Happy birthday to Christy.
Yay! Happy birthday, Christy
All
Larson!
right. Happy birthday.
All right. We still don't know exactly where Tim is.
That's a secret. He might be the spy.
That's
Yeah.
right.
He might be the spy.
Maybe, and it was thrash, not trash.
Okay.
But some fun comments. Appreciate everybody out there being kind, and it's good to be back.
What is your Stoidum stat today, sir?
The Stoidum stat 1929.
Okay.
No, I was not born that year.
You're lying again, but
I
that's
was in
okay.
kindergarten.
Okay.
All right.
You're in high school, but okay.
Yeah, I graduated early. This was the year that the Academy Awards began, and on this day at the Roosevelt Hotel in Hollywood, they did the very first Academy Awards. It was just a little dinner and then 15 minutes worth of giving out prizes, and that was the end of it. Should go
Okay.
back to that.
They should go back to that formula. That's a great idea.
Nobody cares about it these days.
Nobody.
It's too long. It's too boring.
The
It's-
Met Gala gets more coverage than the Oscars do these days.
So,
All of them
but
are
this is
awful.
coming up on 100 years of Academy Awards.
Oh, they better pull it out. They better get Billy Crystal.
95th.
Billy Crystal.
That's when it was good. He was the best host,
Yeah,
I think,
sure.
He was good.
That's
But
the
he's a
last
little
time
old school.
Well,
A little old
sometimes
school.
we have to tap back into that.
Oh, you got to reach the new kids, man. You got to reach the young ones so that it stays alive.
Fine, we'll get Cardi B.
I'm better with Billy Crystal. Let's stay with Billy
Obviously,
Crystal.
that wasn't working. So go back to with Davey. I'll go back to Billy Crystal.
Yeah, okay. All right. Good deal. Brought to you, of course, by St. Augie's Pizza. Go in there and get some slices today. You'll probably see one of us down there today. Troy's probably going to celebrate
Yep.
being back in town by going to Augie's Pizza.
Yep.
There you go. It's confirmed. All right, man. What you got for plugs?
All right, plugs tonight. We have Bollocks. On Bollocks, we're doing tombs and famous gravestones and the different stories that come along with them.
Oh, okay. Do we have any here? You're gonna touch on?
You'll have to listen in.
Okay.
Oh, the tease is just anticipation. Hey, we got Jimmy Jam update this afternoon. We have the world famous Tim coming to studio. Very excited.
Awesome.
Now we know where he's at.
Yeah,
Now we know where he's at.
He's
Yeah.
studying.
We're going to be talking about a great family in St. Augustine that we've all rallied around, and we're going to get the story behind them.
Cool. Clay, plugs.
Just showing this picture.
Look at that.
for-
See, look how creepy that is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
it's a
apparently, if
little
you
weird.
mirror that picture, there's a face of the devil in there. So
Dream of fire.
Yeah. that is just disturbing.
It looks like
That's
a
disturbing.
1970s like psychedelic band's album.
I think it's hot.
It looks like
There's a butterfly in there.
there's not.
Yes, there is. Over
Okay.
his shoulder.
That's a smudge.
That is a
Diana.
smudge.
That's a smudge.
That's a demon.
That is a demon. Yeah. It's very demonic. Just very
It is
troubling.
very, yeah.
That's
dark.
very troubling. Like, who looks at that and says, oh, yeah, definitely, that's approved. Hang that in the royal castle. No.
It has a lot of dislikes.
Yeah. A lot of dislikes. Ratioed, I'm sure.
Anyway, Chelsea's Sadler's doing her live recording today at the Waterworks.
Oh, right.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
Thank you for putting that on everybody's radar. Yeah. And I will tell you to go to thefloridamangames.com and get your tickets before they're gone. They're selling out even faster than they were last year. So make sure you're part of this amazing event. We'll talk to you later this afternoon.
Bye-bye.